In this video, I'm gonna be doing a flawless crop with a drop fade. This cut is just so trendy. It works with every single hairstyle, as well as like really good for chiseled face shapes like my man Zara right here. Say what's up. My name's Akeem. I charge $250 for a haircut and I make 25K per month as a barber. In this video, I'll walk you through the steps, the processes to be able to create a flawless product. So his crown is like here. He's got like 3 crowns, 1, 2, 3. So we definitely got to be mindful of that, right? That's a problem that clients deal with as well. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So we're doing a section right here, boom, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're not gonna touch everything here. We're actually going to section that, boom, and then do the exact same thing to the other side. Boom, right there. We wanna always comb it to where his hair wants to go. Never force it, right? We gotta understand his growth pattern. If you notice right here, he has a bit of overhang. So meaning that the last barber didn't section it well. So therefore, like this right here is very heavy. Right? So that right there is a part of actually the sides, not the top. So we're gonna take that. I'm gonna take that off with the clip over comb. We wanna leave a lot of weight there to create that symmetrical shape with the parietal ridge. First step, we're going in close with the clipper, and then we're gonna go like right where his eyebrows is, and we're going to just start right there, right? Make our 1 point, just a line, and then I'm gonna go to the back. I'm gonna feel where his occipital bone is, just around like there. And then I'm going to just go just below it, right? Just slightly below it. I got my 2 points. Now I'm just gonna connect, right? Boom, just like that. Now, instead of me like trying to freehand it, I'm actually creating like guides and like profile guides, right? To help me. Next step is the 1 guard, right? And then I'm gonna slap that on and I'm gonna go open. I'm gonna do a thick, really thick 1.5 line, about like that thickness all the way through. Next step is actually staying with my same guard, and then I'm just flicking out that line right there, right? I wanna like basically hover that, right? I'm not like digging in, I'm literally just flicking it out. And as you can see, it's just flawlessly coming off. I'm gonna line up his C-cup first by creating 1 point, right? And I do like a quite like horizontal start, right? Like very straight, create 2 points, and then I'm just gonna connect it now, right? And even though this is like a slight push, it allows it to be super crispy. Now I'm gonna go into the vertical, just a slight, very natural, boom, just as our guide. And boom, that right there is my C-cup and vertical bar that helps me stay on track. Coming with my clipper open, and then I'm gonna create a nice thick 0.5 line all the way across. Believe it or not, this is one of our last few steps, is the 0.5 guard. Slap that on, and then I'm going to go 1, 2 to take out that line that we just created, right? I'm gonna come in and just scoop out. And as you can see, because we closed it twice, right? It's like coming off, okay? The line's already off. Now the line's out. We gotta blend it into that top now. So we're going to actually open it and then take that out right there, right? Blend it in now. So first step was taking it off. Second step of this guard was blending it in. And as you can see, we have a nice blurry blend now. Final step is actually closing this and then now taking off that last guideline that we have by just flicking out. And because we just put this line in with this clipper, it's so easy to just come off. And the final and the most satisfying step is really taking out all this bulk right here to really just finish it off. Boom, that's our fade done.
My dad actually forced me to go to this Asian barber. So she basically cut the hair that I had here.
Yeah.
So now there's like a little gap.
Oh.
It creates a little gap.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is. It was
Damn, bro. So that barber, she ruined you, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I'll cure all your traumas, all your hair traumas. That's what a barber should do, right? Like clients, they have trauma from past experiences. That's why it's like, barber is like therapy, right? Because you're not only like talking to the client, but you're also fixing past traumas of the client. Would you agree?
Yes.
The next stage of this is shear work. I'm gonna start with the front because that's where the client sees the most, right? The client, like, that's what he sees, so we wanna prioritize what he sees before we start the back, right? So right here, he has very thin, so I'm just going to like even that out by, and I want like a nice textured look, so I'm going to point cut, right? And I'm just like chipping away at it, boom, 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 right? And this creates that nice texture whilst keeping it even, boom. And he noticed that like he has like this thing right here that he wants to cover. So we want to keep that a little bit longer, right? And then because he goes to the right, we want it to go a little bit, tiny bit shorter right here, right? It's all about matching the client's preferences. After we got that, we're gonna go straight in the middle of his head and then section it to the right, okay? Now I'm gonna create the base and basically the perimeter, connecting the sides, right, to the top, okay? Because like I created the fade already, now I wanna connect that to my top that I have now, right? And as I'm getting towards like the front here, I wanna like, instead of going straight all the way through, I'm actually going to angle it out a little bit like that, right, to preserve more length, and I'm actually going to point cut it to give it more texture at the front. Now, as you can see, like it goes from straight and then it smoothly comes in at the front, right? That's how you build weight. So now I'm gonna grab a strip right in the middle of his head, right? The front, I did the length is like here, and then it's actually like a bit heavy at the front. So I'm only gonna cut, like, cause this is my guide that I did at the front. If the priority is the front, then you wanna cut everything to match like that front portion. So I'm gonna grab this and then I'm only gonna match that, boom, right there is like my guide. I'm going to match that now, right? So instead of like me deciding the length, right? The actual canvas of his head actually determines the length. Now I'm going like horizontal sections to match that panel, right? All the way through. So like, if you notice, see that thing right there? Right there, that's like the guide, right? So I'm literally gonna match that all the way through, okay? All the way through, and I don't wanna cut too much because like his length of his head is actually like decent. I have a 3-step process when it comes to texturizing super straight hair. The first one is called cross slicing, which is what I do is I actually cross slice my scissors all the way through like this, right? And I like stop halfway, and I do that roughly 3 to 4 times all the way across, right? And then as I get to the front, I'm actually gonna be a little bit lighter because I don't wanna take too much. And I do the same thing on this side 3 to 4 times as well. Then after, right, the next step is actually called texturizing razor feather. This right here, like it's not a straight blade. If you look at it, it has like little sections where it's feathered, right? It's a very softer cut, each section. And I'm just gonna lightly, at like 50% strength of like how much, like I guess like muscle I put into it. And I'm just going to lightly feather raise it. And then as I get to the front, I'm gonna look towards like what is really thick. Scissor work sometimes is not the straightest. So like, you see how it's like wobbly? So I actually use this to like, you know, even it out. And it really like gives a soft look. See that? I just straightened that. Now I'm gonna straighten this side by like literally using this as like a scissor. Here and here are very, very light. If you touch that, it's gonna be even thinner and it's gonna look like he has like a freaking bald spot, right? So we're gonna go to the places where it's like a bit light, like a bit darker. So see how here it's very, very dark? So I'm gonna come in and just take that right there. I'm gonna use some sea salt spray as my pre-styler. Going in at about like a couple of sprays and then mixing it in. Right, mixing it. This will give me like a beach. You know when you go to the beach and then it just really, really like, your hair is like nice. You replicate that look. I'm gonna use my diffuser, slap that on, put it on actually low heat. Right, and start massaging it in like this, right? And look what I'm doing with my hair, right? Look what I'm doing. I'm literally just massaging it in. Not only, right, does it give a good massage for the client, but it also really makes a nice like textured look on the top, right? Dry that off. Third step now is actually when the hair's dry, I'm gonna pull it up, right? And then I'm gonna start like thinning it out because he has very, very thick hair. So I'm gonna pull it up straight, make sure the hair's straight, and go like, boom. This is the like premium way to be able to texturize hair while taking weight off. So when I do this, I'm looking, okay, where is it very, very, very like dense, right? Where is it very heavy, right? It's very heavy in like this area right here. So I'm gonna grab that section right there and just take that. And boom, just like that. I'm gonna use some heavy pomade. Now I use sea salt spray, which is like a dry product. This is a wet product, right? So I'm creating like this concoction. I'm gonna rub it in my hands like this, get it all nice and hot. Because when it's hot, it's more like malleable, meaning that it can like spread evenly better, right? It's called emulsifying, but really just making it hot so then it can spread, right? And I'm just massaging it in. And now what I'm doing is that I'm just literally like, I'm not trying to even style it. I'm literally just applying it. So step one is applying it. And then step two is now structuring it. The front, I'm gonna have it like nice and textured by like scrunching it, right? And then details, okay? The details now is like little things. This is not even about the cut. This is like now styling. And one of the biggest tips that I can give in step three when detailing is using hairspray. And you spray it on your fingers like that, and then you detail it. You like basically fine tune what you want happening, right? I want, like this is all personal preference. Like every person, like each barber has their own way of styling, and that really shows like how you are as a barber. It's like your personal signature. That's why styling is so important, because like it's literally the last breath of air that your client has a taste of after he leaves your chair. It's the first impressions that the mom, the girlfriend looks at when, you know, the client goes off and into his day to day. So focus on styling after the cut. Spend a little bit of time. After I fine tune everything, I'm gonna lock everything in by just going like around like a ruler, like a 30 centimeter away, and just locking everything in, covering the client so that he doesn't freaking eat fumes, all right? See all these strays? I'm trying to basically get those strays to like group together to form a strand of texture, right? So we want to minimize strays as much as possible. Like people confuse texture with like messy. Messiness is like stray hair. Texture is like, you know, nice like direction that is intentional messy, you could call it. Hey, if you enjoyed this, you're gonna love this video right here. It's a Jin Kazuma haircut, super hard cut to do, but if you click it, you watch it, you know how to do it. I'll see you in that video.